It is a lot that is going on this week. We have several major transits that are happening this week, y'all. We have the solar eclipse that is happening on Saturday, October 14th, 2023 at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we also have Venus, which is moving into Virgo. And then we also have Mars that is moving into Scorpio, as well as some aspects that are going to be hitting Chiron. So expect a lot of energy and a lot of changes to be going on this week. And this is definitely going to be one of those weeks where relationships are going to change, whether it's a new relationship forming, unusual relationship forming, a outdated relationship that's breaking apart. And when I say relationships, I mean relationships of all form. This could be love, okay? So this could be romance coming into your life. This could be marriage. This could be engagements. This could be, children being birthed or conceived. This could be friendships coming together. Either way, relationships are going to be at question this week. So, yeah, I hope y'all are ready to strap in and get ready for this solar eclipse and this ride, child. Let's go ahead and get into the messages for this week and see what comes out. I feel like I need something. You tried to fight, but you my brain is racing for my heart is racing for clarity. Okay, what's going on, y'all? It's Santana, better known as Aubrey, when I'm in my spiritual bag. And pretty much straightforward into it. Like I said, this week is going to be a lot. I've been warning you guys within all of my videos, my commentary videos, as well as my zodiac videos, that we do have an eclipse coming up. And for the next 2 years, the eclipses are going to be in Aries as well as Libra. Okay, the North Node is transiting Aries and the South Node is transiting Libra. Now, if you don't know what that is, basically think of it like this. If you are unfamiliar with the housing system, basically all zodiac signs are attached to a house, and depending on who you are, we all have all zodiac signs within us, and we all have a natal chart, but that can be set up differently depending on the time that you were born and the location, blah 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 blah. But the beginning of the zodiac starts at Aries, and the ending of the zodiac starts at ends off at Pisces. And so Aries and Libra is considered like the first and the seventh house. And in terms of a natal chart, the first house is very much about you, who you are, independence, and just me, I, versus the seventh house, which is Libra, which is all about team and balance and coming together and partnerships. Okay. And so that is what the themes are going to be for the next 2 years. It's going to be self versus partnerships. And that's why you're seeing a lot of people break up. That's why you're seeing a lot of people get divorced. And, even people are announcing, babies and things like that. And like I said, it's not just going to be relationships that are romantic. It's going to be platonic as well. It's going to be people breaking away from family or breaking away from friendships or starting new friendships or calling in new energy, especially this week, because this is going to be a solar eclipse in Libra. So what does that mean? Solar eclipse is basically a new moon on steroids. Anytime it's a new moon, this is more so a cycle where you are calling in energy versus a full moon where you would be letting go energy. So a full moon or a lunar eclipse, which is what we're going to have back in Taurus, okay? So just a preview of that, depending on what you went through the last 2 years, while the eclipses were in Scorpio and Taurus, you're going to get like a final kind of wrapping up of that chapter, that story, towards the end of October on October 28th. But on this weekend, we're going to have a new moon in Libra, which is a solar eclipse in Libra. And being that it's happening on the South Node, and it's in the sign of Libra, which again is about partnerships and relationships and things like that. This is going to be very karmic because the South Node is known to be very karmic. Actually, both the North Node and the South Node are known to be karmic. North Node, however, is more about destiny and what you're moving towards, and South Node is more of past life and what you're getting away from. So if you're not releasing a partnership, you could be calling in a partnership. So this is a time where twin flames and divine marriages and kingdom marriages, kingdom unions could be coming together, pairing together. This could be a time where you could be calling in old soulmates, whether it be a lover, whether it be a friendship, whether it be your soul family, things like that. Because again, this is a new moon. So this is a new beginning happening in the sign of Libra, which is all about partnerships. And it's happening attached to the South Node. So it's bringing up familiarity for you, right? It's bringing up, the house that you always wanted, or the home you always wanted, or the friends you always wanted, or the lover that you always wanted or needed more so. And it's more than likely attached to a past life. Okay. Now, as far as Venus moving into Virgo, and I'm just giving a brief overview of this stuff for y'all because I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna be doing these moving forward. I do know that when I do the weeklies, I do want to include astrology as well as the traditional tarot, but I don't want to like draw it out and like make it like a huge like astrology lesson. I kind of just want to make it more conversational as I'm doing now. So we'll see how this goes in the future. But yeah, so for the next however long, child, I don't have the dates in front of me, but we do have Venus that is moving into Virgo. So if you noticed over the couple of months, from June to basically up until now, Venus has been in Leo, which when Venus is in Leo, it's all about excitement and bringing excitement to love and excitement to attraction, to beauty, to like Venus in Leo is very much doing the most. It's like all eyes on me. If you have a Venus and Leo natal placement, you either like to be spoiled or you want to be spoiled or you want to spoil somebody. Like Venus and Leo is the big proposal that happens on the Ferris wheel or that happens in the middle of a wedding, in the middle of, a club. Like it's just like all eyes on me, very, very going over the top for love, right? So you may have noticed, very over the topness or a lot of attention, a lot of just eyes and attraction placed on certain areas of your life, whether it was home or relationships or you out when it comes to dating, or maybe you found that communicating was a lot easier. Maybe you found that you had a lot of attention. You was getting a lot of attention on dating apps, or maybe you found out that maybe you had a great time when it came to being in a relationship and being out on dates, whatever. Now that Venus is moving into Virgo, this is more about attention to detail. So it's still attention, but it's more of like attention to detail, attention to the specifics, attention to the mundane, day-to-day, everyday task, rather than like the overall picture of just like, I love you, but it's like, I love you because you're sweet to me, you're kind to me, you listen, you actually pay attention when I speak. Like it's that type of thing. You know what I mean? It's also Venus and Virgo is more of like acts of service. So you could find yourself working to actively build on whatever house Virgo falls in your life, right? So for example, if Virgo is in your second house and you are what would that make you? Like a Leo rising. If Virgo falls in your second house, this could be, more attention to details, making sure that, you're paying attention to your details with a fine tooth comb and whatnot. You might be spending a lot more on, because Venus rules spending, it rules comfort, it rules luxury, it rules materials, it rules art, it rules creativity, all of those things. So you might find that you're spending a lot more on things that you need. Okay. If Venus is in your third house, it might be, being a little bit more careful with what it is that you say, being a little bit more intentional. If Venus is in your fourth house of home, it could be, spending maybe more things on things that you need at home. Maybe it's like furniture and things like that. Or maybe you're kind of deciding like, do I really like how the house is set up? Maybe I want to set up the room a different way. Again, depending on where you have Virgo is where Venus is transiting, and that's going to affect that in terms of how you pay attention. Okay. Now, as far as Mars moving into Scorpio, obviously that's going to affect wherever you have Scorpio in your natal chart. And that's going to be a lot. Okay. We already see that there's a war going on. I do want to, like, I've kind of talked about it, kind of hinted at it. There is more wars coming, especially once Uranus, which is transiting in Taurus right now, moves into Gemini. Every huge war that you can think of, whether it was World War II or, don't get me to lying, child, I'm not a huge fan of social studies. Okay. But I just do know that astrologically, one of the reasons why I love astrology is the fact that it's literally just, astrology is just repeated data over time. Okay. And every war that we've had, Uranus was in Gemini. So Uranus is going to be transiting out of Taurus over the next 2 years between 2024 and 2025. And so I'm just giving y'all a heads up. There will expect some type of war, whether it's a civil war or war with another country. Expect that. We can even get into like a TikTok-y dive. Okay, deep dive on how we're already prepping now. America's prepping now. A lot of refugees, a lot of people coming from overseas over here now. So they prepping now. And so I'm just giving y'all the heads up, okay, of some things going on. But that's one way in which you see that astrology is real, because Scorpio is in Mars. And yeah, that can create tension, that can create rage, that can create war. Okay, because Scorpio feels comfortable in Mars. Okay, Mars rules Scorpio, and it feels very, very comfortable. And the thing is that it's never about like a sign being good or bad. It's more so about like whether or not you're healed or not, right? Because it's really all about perspective. And so war would be like an unhealed or unhinged Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio placement. Okay. Whereas a healed Mars and Scorpio placement would be actively working towards a solution. Whereas an unhealed would be fight, 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 fight. So you want to make sure that wherever Scorpio is located in your natal chart, that you are using that energy positively and not negatively, okay? Because Mars is all about passion. It's all about driving force. It's all about action. It's that divine masculine action. And so it's going to be like go, 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 but you want to make sure that you're going about it in the right way, especially again with Venus, the opposite planet, transiting in Virgo. It's like go, 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 but at the same time, make sure that it's done right, right? Not just go, 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 not just show up and show out just to be seen, but no, show up, show out, and make sure that it's done appropriately, that it's done the right way, that we're going through things with a fine-tooth comb. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So that was the astrology portion. We're going to get into a general overruling tarot reading. Okay. Just for the week. And then we're going to get into the individual signs. Okay. Whether or not I do a element or individual signs chart, I will figure that out once we're done with the general portion. Okay. And we figure out how long this takes. Keep in mind, I am offering personal readings 50% off. I meant to say that at the beginning. I am offering personal readings 50% off up until October 15th. So please go and take advantage of that. And listen, because people be asking me all the time, how do I book a reading? How do I book a reading? As if it's not in the description box of every video and on screen. Literally, go to my website, book a reading. Please do not place an order, because if you place an order and you are not ready to book, you will get blocked. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's just the way that I do business, because I have people that do that. I don't know if they be trolling or if they just truly don't be ready, but don't waste my time, because then it messes it up for me when I'm going back and I'm fulfilling orders and I'm, trying to make sure that everybody got their session done. Sometimes, because listen, if you understand email, you understand sometimes when you delete something or send something to junk, it ends up sending that whole folder, those whole type of emails. And then it messes things up for me, because then I'm wondering why I'm not getting emails. And then the emails ending up in a junk folder because I had to blink. You know what I'm saying? It just creates a whole mess. So please do not place an order if you're not ready to book. Okay. Please don't. Okay. But if you are, please go to my website, thealanisouls.com. Like I said, 50% off until Sunday. Take advantage of that, because I promise y'all I will not be giving promo deals like that. I won't. The price is the price. I'm only doing it because this channel is new to me doing sessions. So I'm trying to get people on board. But let's go ahead and get into the general reading. Like I said, as far as the love readings that I began posting last week, those will be coming. Okay, I will continue posting individual love readings. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Make sure that y'all like this video, though. Make sure that y'all go and y'all like this video. Okay, spirit. All right, so let's see what the overall general theme for this week is. What's the overall general theme for this week, spirit? Okay. Overall general theme is higher power. And that's something that I didn't mention, but Libra can be attributed to higher power, because Libra energy is all about like, because it's not necessarily about faith, but it is about like justice and the scales and balancing things out. So, having faith does go hand in hand with justice. Okay. Now, conscious contact with the higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. And honestly, automatically, before I even get into this energy, right now, when I'm feeling right off the bat, I feel like this message, whatever this message is about to be, is directly connected to the last message that I put up where I said, let go and let God. Whatever the last weekly message that I put up a couple of days ago, I feel like that is connected to this. And I feel like Spirit is like, listen, this is going to be a week where you're going to be tested, and your faith might be tested. Your faith might be challenged. Your beliefs might be challenged and tested because, again, this is a South Node eclipse that's happening. So it's about things that we've kind of already gone through or gone through in a past life. But the emphasis with this eclipse is getting rid of, or like getting rid of either things that have passed their expiration date, or calling in things that have passed their expiration date not being in your life. You know what I mean? And it's just like there's going to be these uncomfortable changes. And the only really real way for you to really get through this unscathed and untouched for real is like just having that faith and that relationship built with Spirit, and understanding that all things through God, and that let go, let God, and that everything is not happening to you but for you. Okay. So the oracle's message is, this reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life with a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to Spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you could ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. And especially if you find yourself seeing like a lot of angel numbers and things like that during this time, that's another key sign that you are going through some sort of awakening, some sort of, So let's go ahead and dive deeper. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the general collective? Okay, so let's see. What do we have for the collective? What do we have for the collective, Spirit? What do we have for the collective for this week? What do we? Moving on wanted to come out. Am I taking this? I feel like I need to take it. Moving on wanted to come out. And I'm going to take this, Spirit. So we have prosperity begins. What else? I'm not taking that. We have prosperity begins, which speaks to, I'm taking it. We have prosperity begins and we have balance. So prosperity begins speaks to that seed, right? So there may have been a seed that you planted a long time ago, right? Could have been recently, could have been months ago, years ago, could have been like a childhood dream. It could even be something that you planted in a past lifetime and you came here to this lifetime to fulfill. But either way, there was this mustard seed, right? And you felt like, okay, at what point is it going to grow? At what point is it going to come? At what point is it going to pop off? And now's the time where it's like things are beginning, right? Because there are different seasons, and that's the part where a lot of people get very confused, is that they confuse like the harvesting season with the nurturing season, and the nurturing season with the planting season. And it's like there's a time and a season and a reason and all of that for everything. And right now we're getting to the point where, child, I don't know the difference between the harvesting and the nurturing, but I feel like the harvesting is like where it's like that's where things come alive. And it's like, okay, now you can pick the apples from the tree. Whatever that season is called, that's where we are entering into. And the other energy that we have is balance, which speaks to, this could be twin flame alignment that I'm getting. Those of you guys that are in divine union, kingdom marriage connections, this could speak to union that is about to happen, reunion that is about to happen, or simply just an alignment of self, right? And I'm almost getting like this is happening as a reward. Like prosperity is beginning as a reward for coming into balance. Yeah, because and what did I say? I said divine union, right? I said divine union, and then literally we got the 3 of Cups that came out right after. And I said it's a reward. And the energy that I got that came out right after was rejoice and celebration. And I feel like it's because you did the work. Bottom of the deck, we have solitude, which in this deck is more like the, what do you call it? Like, is it the Hierophant, I think? No, the Hermit. I'm sorry. And so, yeah, I feel like it's because you did the work. I feel like rewards are coming because you did the work. Okay? Rewards are coming because you did the work. All right? So let's dive deeper into these three energies. I love it. Okay, do we have anything for prosperity? Okay. Okay. What do we have for balance? Okay. This is what I'm talking about. And what do we have for rejoice and celebration? What do we have for rejoice and celebration? Oh. Okay. So this is very deep. This is very deep. I'm getting very much a rags to riches type of story because for prosperity begins, we have false person. Now, usually this points to some sort of deception. And for me, I feel like this is that feeling of like this whole thing feels like what you prayed for, what you've asked for is here. And you probably don't even know it because you so used to going through life and getting beat up and having it be right there in front of your face and then it getting ripped away from you. And this could be anything. Okay, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But for some of you guys, this could have been a relationship. You know, maybe you met person after person after person, and just when you feel like, okay, things are about to pop off and y'all about to get into an actual relationship or get married or like fall in love, something happens to where they prove to be a fuckboy, or it proves that you got to let them go and you can't be around them anymore, and then you're heartbroken. Or this could be, you know, a place where it's just like, okay, you work job and job and job, and every time you feel like you're finally about to be stable, that your money's about to be good, boom, you get fired. And it's nothing to do with you, and it's just like circumstances. And that's what I feel like this whole energy right now feels like. Circumstances have happened in your life that have set you back time and time and time again. And you can be the most faithful person ever. You can have the most amazing relationship with spirit. You can sit and pray. You can sit and manifest. You can, you know, clock every angel number and literally be sitting and having conversation and talks with God. And you can be as close as you want to be. But it still doesn't help all the warfare and all the pain that you've had to endure and all the fighting that you've had to do, all the blood that you've had to shed. You know what I mean? Just naturally, because you're human, you're not just a soul, but like you're also a human with human condition on this earth. You go through these things to where you feel like, well, damn, God, am I ever gonna get my happy ending? Am I ever gonna like experience that rainbow after a storm? Especially after you look around and then you see other people, and it feels like, well, damn, everybody else and their mama are getting these things, and they may not deserve it. And I know I've worked harder, or I know I'm better, or whatever it is. It's just human to think that way. And I feel like there has been times and moments where that has happened for you. And you felt like, damn, I'm forever gonna feel like I'm just a late bloomer. Like I'm not gonna get to my, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get to my abundance, basically. And I feel like because you've fought through that deception and you've worked hard, okay, like physically worked hard, put in the work, like you've paid your dues. You've paid your dues. And now I feel like the time period of you being in prison or feeling in prison. And for some of you guys, this is spiritual warfare. This is spiritual imprisonment. For others of you guys, this is financial imprisonment. For others of you guys, this is emotional imprisonment. You know what I mean? Maybe every relationship, whether it was friendship, family, whether it was, you know, dating, you know, every person that you encountered just abused you emotionally. Or every time, you know, you tried to get your money up, it was like a financial imprisonment and you just kept getting setback after setback after setback. That's what it is. The energy is setback after setback, regardless whether it's emotionally, financially, mentally, physically. For some of y'all, it was all over. Okay. It was all of the Elise, okay? Financially, mentally, physically, spiritually, it was all of that combined. And I feel like where you're headed into, you don't even realize how great things are about to get. You don't. You don't. You know, let me get a prosperity message. Let me get a prosperity message. Boom. Prosperity message that comes out immediately. 3 and a 5 mix it together. That comes out to an 8, which equals abundance. We have loyal heart, which is fidelity, loyal, devotion. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove that they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There's a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you, no matter the outer circumstances in your life. Trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. Bitch, what the fuck did I say? It's because that you never gave up, and it's just like you had that discernment. It's like, yes, I'm human, and yes, I feel like God. Okay, you doing too fucking much. I don't know who the fuck told you I was your strongest warrior, bitch. You better clean out your ears, God. God, are you listening to me? But it's like, even throughout all of that, you never once, like, that never quivered your faith. That never quivered your connection to spirit and the universe. You never stopped believing. Some of y'all, that's all you had. You had no choice but to believe, because it's just like, what else I'm gonna do? Kill myself and then let it all be for nothing? I have no choice but to believe, because I literally have nothing else left. The universe is taking it all. Oh my God. The prosperity message is your long-term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in the world of conditions where your aspirations for success form in reality. Success is finally taking slope. If you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans while remaining flexible, and devoted to serving others, you will be shown proof of your true prosperity. This is a time for a joyful celebration of spirit, your manifesting partner. Wow. And it's crazy because notice how this whole time I was talking about like relationships of all kinds, and I mentioned obviously the physical 3D connections of like love and then like a friendship or like family, but like I didn't even consider the connection that you have to spirit, because that also matters. So when I say relationships and all of that are forming, or you're getting rewards for relationships and whatnot this week, it doesn't just mean like in a romance situation. It might be, but at the base of it all, regardless of what's changing in your physical reality, it's because of your relationship to the divine. So this message is not going to be for everyone. This is for the divine chosen few that have done the work. And it's like, baby, payday is here. Payday is here. Payday is here. Wow. That was a beautiful message. That was a beautiful message. Let me see. I was going to go ahead and get into. Actually, I'll do it. Let's get into some tarot, just to make it feel a little bit more full. Even though I feel like the message is there, let me jump into some tarot. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for this situation? Am I keeping that? Okay, so I'm not. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the weekly? What general message do you have for the weekly? Keeping that. Okay. What else do we have? So we have Knight of Cups, which is about passion. There could be an actual love offer that comes in, but I feel like it's the offer that you've waited for, right? I feel like it's an offer that you've waited for. I feel like this is something coming in, right? This could also be, connecting back to romance, connecting back to creativity. But I don't know. I feel like there's a proposal coming in. I do. I feel like it's a proposal that you waited for, that you're emotionally attached to. So again, for some of y'all, this might be a new relationship that forms. This might be, the twin flame that ran away coming back to propose something. This could be a job proposal that comes in. This could be, you closing on a deal. Like, but I do feel like there's something that is on the way, and I feel like this is a physical thing. Okay. What do we have? What do we have as the outcome? What do we have as the outcome? I'm keeping it. Am I? Okay. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, and then we also have the Five of I'm sorry, we got the Knight of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, did I say five? Four. I don't know why I'm saying five, but it's four. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be a time of emotional vulnerability and a conflict that's happening, right? Because the Knight of Cups is okay. I don't know where we left off. I don't know where we left off because the microphone ended up cutting off. But just to wrap up that general reading, basically it's this. So you have a new beginning that is about to start, a new beginning that you are coming into, and so you just want to make sure that you check your ego at the door and just understand that every experience happens for a reason, and that there were lessons that you needed to learn that will apply to whatever it is that is being called in. Okay, because there's definitely a tower moment that is happening to bring in, to usher in a new beginning, but you just want to make sure that you truly understand, why it needed to happen. So, for example, let's say you were on a kingdom marriage to inflame journey. You go through all of that spiritual warfare. You go through everything that you go through because it's supposed to be aligning you back to yourself. You learning the frequency of love to the highest extent, and just you learn aligning back to your divine mission, right? Well, when you come together with your twin, when you come together with your kingdom partner, it is going to be times 10 the spiritual warfare, times 10 the divine mission is going to be bigger. So it's like you learn what it is that you needed on your own before the mission and the goal got bigger, right? Now, if you was in like a job situation, or it came to like you building money and like you constantly losing money or constantly losing jobs, wherever you're about to go, you probably needed to learn how to deal with higher ups, so that it doesn't fuck up the opportunity that you are about to come into. Or, maybe you need to learn how to budget and deal with money a lot better because maybe you're about to receive an overflow and abundance, and spirit just wants to make sure that you are, you know, on point with everything, right? Everything is for your highest good. And so it's just shifting your mind to realize that. And so instead of being in a state of what was me, why did that happen? Be in a state of gratitude and a state of thank you, Spirit, for that experience. And thank you for teaching me what it is that I needed to know to learn and grow. Because, baby, it's abundance coming forward. And yeah, you're ready. You're ready. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into the sign readings. We're going to be doing elements instead of individual signs because I'm not trying to be here all day. I got shit to do. Like I mentioned before, go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to book you a personal reading while they are 50% off. Okay, so that will be available until Sunday. Go book you a personal reading. The information is on screen and in the description box below. Use the code SOLAR2023 to book your personal reading. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the signs readings for the elements. Okay. If y'all could be so generous as to comment down below with the time marks, thank you very much. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into fire signs. Let's see what's going on with fire signs this week. All right, Spirit. What do we have for my fire signs this week? What? Okay, so we got two energies, and we're gonna deal with general messages. Am I keeping these general messages for fire? Okay. All right, so we have two energies, fire signs. We have loyal heart, and we have blessed. Okay. All right. So in the general message, remember we got the loyal heart, and that's very much about being towards or doing for the team and being aligned, and making sure that you are loyal to a fault, right? And then we have the energy of blessed, which speaks more so to blessings, right? And it almost feels like a confirmation. Actually, it feels a lot like a confirmation of the general message that I just did about basically receiving rewards and whatnot based off of loyalty. So the energy, something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected, grace that is unforeseen, gift from spirit. There are moments in life when out of the blue it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. And it says, if the Red Sea parts in front of you, and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know, deep down, you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let all ingratitude for all of your blessings guide you now. Okay. All right, fire signs. Let's go ahead and dive deeper. Let's see what this is all about. What do we have for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. There could be some sort of message that comes through, because I don't know why I'm picking up on an owl. Am I keeping those still? Yeah, and definitely picking up on that Aries energy. Yeah, because I was definitely picking up on a bird. Definitely picking up on a bird. Um, you could be receiving a message or giving a message this week, because we have choose wisely, right? Which points to a choice. And then we have discontent and boredom, and we have partnerships and alliances. And as I said in the beginning, the North Node is transiting through Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and Aries is the baby of the zodiac. Think of it as like the youngest child, the least experienced. But Aries is very much like me, 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 me. I'm first, I'm first, I'm first. And so fire signs, it feels like there's some sort of choice that needs to be made, but it's like putting yourself first, and figuring out, okay, what am I aligned to, what am I not aligned to, what's best for me, what's not best for me. And it's just like about becoming authentic with who you are. Now we have this solar eclipse that is happening in Libra, right? So if it's happening in Libra, let's see. Trying to think if I can think of it off the top of my head. If it's happening in Libra, Aries, this is going to happen in your seventh house. So Aries, this eclipse is going to be happening in your seventh house. So Aries, this is going to be a relationship. This is going to be a physical relationship. This could be a one-on-one relationship. This could be a one-on-one friendship. This could be a business partnership. This could be a marriage where you could choose to walk away. Or this could be, choosing who your forever might be, or choosing whether or not to, go from dating to like an actual relationship. It could be as complicated as like a divorce that happens, or a separation, right? If this is about a Sagittarius, let's see, Aries, Leo, Sag. If this is a Leo, let's see, you have Libra in your eighth house. Okay, so Leos, you have child. Let me see, child, because I'm a little thrown off. Okay, because listen, basically, fire signs, this new moon is going to affect everybody, and it's going to, like, a lot of unfolding changes are happening in relationships, and a lot of people are leaving things behind. So, Aries, if it's not a matter of you, like, literally physically leaving your person or leaving your marriage and things like that, which I do feel like we're going to see a lot of that happen in the news. I feel like a lot of that is going to come up. But if it's not that, then it could be leaving behind an old way of doing things, like, us being long distance doesn't really work for me, or us living together doesn't really work for me. Because again, that Aries energy is all about me, 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 me. The Libra energy is all about coming together and doing what's best for each other. And it's going to be like, okay, what is going to be the best thing that we can do for each other, but that will still support us individually? Now, Leos, for you guys, this is affecting you in your third house, right? Your third house of communication. So this could be about you making some sort of choice in regards to maybe the way in which you express yourself, right? You could be making a choice in how you come off. This is about your own opinion, and you not being afraid to explore and figure out what it is that your individual truth is. Because that's ultimately what Aries is about, truth. Okay. And so it's about you figuring out what your inner truth is, and you making a choice and saying, okay, no, this is how I feel. This is, how I want to communicate. This is how I am. And this is about placing your comfort, your confidence, and your self-esteem, making it top notch, right? And getting to the bottom of your fears and your insecurities. Now, Sagittarius, for you guys, this is affecting you in your 11th house. So this deals with associations, with friends, with networks, with your hopes and fears and dreams and wishes and all of that. So you could be making a choice in regards to like friendships, right? You could be deciding to walk away from a certain social group, or you could this could be a time where you find like your soul tribe and you find people that you connect to. You know, you find people that you feel like you align with, or that you just it can be yourself with and don't really have to necessarily compromise who it is that you are. Okay, let's get into the tarot. Okay, so first off, first thing that we have is the Hierophant. This is understand that your higher beliefs, values, and personal understand your higher beliefs, values, and personal boundaries. So this is about society and the rules, right? This could also be about forgiveness and conformity, but I feel like this is more so about like, how do I want to fit in or lack thereof? Am I keeping that? Yeah, yeah. Because we have the 5 of Cups that came out with that, and then we also have the Lovers that confirmed it, and it's just like, how have I been conforming to society that needs to change? Simple as that. How have you been conforming to society that needs to change? So again, Aries, because this is happening in your relationship house, this could be like, what are we doing that everybody else does, or that I feel like we need to do based off of what everybody else feels, that like it just doesn't work anymore. Like, are we only committed because we feel like we need to be committed and really we want to see other people? Are we staying together just because it looks good on surface? Are we only staying together because it looks good for the good of the children, and really we don't want to be each other? We can't even stand each other. Like, it's like, what are you compromising, and is it worth it? Because 9 times out of 10 it's not. And so whether or not you come to grips or terms with what it is that you're compromising and what needs to be left behind on your own, or spirit does it for you, things are going to be looking very differently for y'all by the end of this week. It is. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, so we also have the Queen of Wands. We also got the Queen of Wands. And we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. And Spirit, just keep laying it out for the cards. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands, and then we got the 3 of Swords. So this is like, it's almost like, what are you doing, or how are you being that's stifling you, right? It's almost like a it's almost like determination to be wrong, almost like this could also be a situation where like you have somebody that's very powerful and very passionate, but like there's a lot of emotional pain. And this can also speak to what I said in the beginning in the general reading about how like, what you're old, like the question isn't about like what you should have and what abundance looks like and all of that. It's more of like, I'm in this situation and I don't know if I can make it out, or I don't know if I'm gonna see another day. Like it could be depression, it could be heartbreak, it could be loss, right? This could even be a divorce or surgery that needs to happen based off of boredom, or that happens as a result of boredom. But this really more so speaks to finding the inner strength to be able to move on, right, through these challenging circumstances and come out on the other side with more self-awareness, more fortitude, and more wisdom than before. And so that is why we have this partnership and alliances energy here. Was this upside down? Am I keeping that? What do we have for this partnerships and alliances? What do we have for partnerships and alliances? What do we have? Thank you. Yeah, we have Page of Wands. I feel like this, and okay, we got Page of Wands and we got 10 of Wands, and I feel like this is more so speaking to be willing to do the work, be willing to do the work, or be willing to figure out what it is that you need to do. Ooh, ooh. Page of Wands, 10 of Wands, and then we have the 2 of Swords. I feel like be courageous enough to make those difficult decisions, to cut those ties, to know what you can handle and what you can't handle, or what you're meant to handle and what you're not meant to handle. I also feel like this is spirit telling y'all that some of y'all are making it worse than what it needs to be. I feel like this is more of like spirit, like saying like, hey, like your workload doesn't need to be this hard, but like you are choosing to make it this hard by choosing to hold on to certain attachments that don't need to be. And if you just lighten the load a little bit, or if you recognize where you're going above and beyond and you don't need to be, or like if you just recognize how this is toxic for you, then the better off that you could be. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a prosperity message. I'm sorry, a protection message. Thank you. Peace. The protection message that we have is peace. Yeah. Because ultimately, I feel like this is what you guys need, fire signs. I feel like ultimately, what it is that you need, or what spirit is trying to bring in for you, is peace. And I don't feel like you've been at peace. I feel like it's been very go, 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 or maybe burning a lot of energy. Like, even looking at these cards in front of me, it's like burning a lot of energy and just a lot of mental confusion, but more so like a lot of energy. And I feel like there's more energy than actual emotion that's here. And it could just be like running on autopilot, right? Running on autopilot. No fuel, no fumes. Child, y'all know I'm trying to think of something creative to say, but I feel like there's no emotion here, and there's no like real emotional attachment that's keeping you here. It's more of like, I'm doing this, I'm working because I feel like I have to. I don't love my job, I don't love my wife, but I'm here because I feel like it's what I'm supposed to do. Right? So there's that mental imprisonment, and then there's also that physical imprisonment that you get trapped up in, because it's just like the physicality of it all. It's just like, this is the routine for me. This is what I'm so used to doing. And because you're so used to doing that, it's like maybe you're scared to do something else. But yeah, because it's like, I'd rather operate and function in chaos because it's a little bit better. But it's just like, how long are you going to continue to drive that car with that gas light on? How long are you going to continue to drive that car with no oil in it, with no gas in it, before it breaks down, before the car fucking blows up? Right? And I feel like that's the point in which we're reaching, fire signs. Your protection messages: now is a time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are no dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that matters is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer worlds to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again, your life will be filled with beautiful music. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this, fire signs. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I do. Let's see if we can get a message real quick for fire signs. One last message from the goddesses. What we got from the goddesses? Uh-oh. Wow, look at that. We have true love, which came out and got confirmed by the lovers. Yeah, it's time for y'all to align with your truest heart and your truest desires, right? Some of y'all, this is a partnership. This is going towards the one that you love, or going to, where your heart desires align. Okay. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Take with that what you will. Make sure that y'all go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to book you a personal reading while they are 50% off up until Sunday. Take advantage of that. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Who we on now? We can do water signs. Let's get water signs out the way. Okay. Let's get water signs out the way. Let me just shuffle these energies real quick. We're gonna do water signs. This is gonna be from my Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. Scorpios and the girls. Okay. What are signs? I don't know why I'm getting slippery slope for y'all. I don't know why I'm getting slippery slope for y'all. Let's see. What do we have for my water signs? General message. Am I keeping that? Thank you. We have all that glitters. Water signs. Water signs. Yeah. I did say slippery slope, right? I said slippery slope. And I feel like this might be a mental slippery slope because Libra is an air sign and it is a Libra eclipse. So this is an eclipse happening in an air sign. So I feel like ultimately this is going to impact people mentally first and then everywhere else. So this could be a mental imprisonment that you're going through. But this is a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature. Trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkling new thing, being mercurial. It's only human the way to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title, a position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them, and how they symbolically will elevate to make them more attractive. The card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Yeah. Yeah, whatever you're dealing with is again, it's given slippery slope. And y'all heard me say that before I started pulling energies. It's given slippery slope, it's given trickster. Now, this could be you playing tricks on yourself mentally, or this could be whatever you're dealing with. It's giving you trickster energy, but yeah, it's giving more mental conflict than anything because I feel like ultimately you know it's right, even if at the time maybe physically you're doing something else. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get involved. So, Spirit, what do we have for this? What do we have for my Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancers for the week? Okay, I'm taking those. And let me get one more. Thank you. Am I keeping this one? Am I keeping the third one? Okay, that's what I figured. Let me get one more. Thank you. Right. Okay, so the energy that we have is we got disruption, which points to tower moments. We have mental conflict, which is literally what I said, and we have discontent and boredom. And yeah, slippery slope. To me, this sounds like a slippery slope. Like right off the bat, having disruption, mental conflict, and discontent and boredom. Easily right off the bat, this sounds like a slippery slope to me. It sounds like a decision that is being made, not knowing it's about to lead to chaos, right? It's like instead of doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm gonna just do this because I don't feel like dealing with the consequences of that. But trying to play smart and trying to be spirit and trying to play God, I end up fucking shit up worse for me. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm feeling. So let's go ahead and dive deeper. What is this tower moment? What is this disruption that's happening? Because this is definitely chaos that is coming out. And actually, something is telling me to read from the book because I feel like there's a message in there. But yeah, baby, this is definitely chaos happening. A sudden a sudden, usually unforeseen disruption or major change is happening or is about to take place. Even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot meanings, the card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. Whichever part your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid positive structure and make you or the situation even stronger. There are times when the most difficult situations arise in your life. If you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. They're beneficial because they're truly your greatest teachers. Learn from past mistakes, accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This is a reminder that negative thinking, limiting beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyles must be addressed so that positive changes can take place. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. Let me reread that one more time. This card is a reminder that negative thinking, limiting beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyles must be addressed so that positive changes can take place. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on with the signs. That's why I'm getting slippery slope. Like I feel like I'm getting like somebody places down a wet sign and you try to act like you don't see it because it's just like, fuck it. Like if I get hurt, I'm gonna just sue anyways. But it's like, girl, you knew to walk around. You knew that there was a better way about going about this, but yet you chose to intentionally walk through. And then now, if you break your damn back, like you thinking you might just fall and then ha, and then I'm gonna act like I break my back, act like I'm about to sue, and then it's like, no, really, like you trip and fall, and then now you done broke like something that cannot be replaced, and then now it's this whole other thing that you wasn't even expecting. Like you thought, okay, I might be down for like a few seconds, my hip might be hurting, and come to find out, your ass is out and down for a couple of months because now you need hip replacement and did it not like and all of this. But had you just paid attention and just stopped trying to pivot and do things how you wanted to do them, you wouldn't have been in this situation. But first, you ended up in this situation because mentally your head was somewhere else to the point where you didn't even give a fuck, so you was detached. So it's a problem because you detached from reality, but you also detached from spirit. So it's like a double-edged sword, right? And so that's what's going on, right? Let's see. What exactly are water signs detached from? Because I know for a fact that for Cancers, this eclipse is happening in your fourth house of home. So you could be living in the wrong location, maybe refusing to give up something about your home, this could be a need to move, maybe a need to relocate, maybe a need to deal with personal childhood trauma that could come up, deal with something, deal with your roots or ancestors or mother issues. These are all themes of the fourth house that could come up. Let's see. As far as Scorpios, let's see. As far as my Scorpios, this is happening in your 12th house. So 12th house is all about unconscious fears and the things that you don't see. This is your life behind the scenes, right? So this is like trauma. This is inevitable soul trauma. This is things that you reincarnate back into this life, right? This is unforeseen trauma. And your eighth house is all about your day-to-day life, right? Not your day-to-day life, but eighth house is all about life and death, transformation, the occult, and the darker side of life, but a little bit different, right? Because Pisces, this is happening in your eighth house. So this is about you transforming. This could be about joint ventures happening. This could be about energy exchanges. This could be about committed partnerships, as well as your sense of security that you feel within these partnerships. So it's just like, instead of acting like something isn't there, these are very pivotal houses, water signs that y'all need to pay attention to. And there's no wonder why I'm getting slippery sign, because again, I feel like you know better. And water signs, y'all are the psychic signs out of all the other zodiac signs. Y'all are the psychic signs that know better. So it's like, if anybody deserves a verbal lashing, it's y'all, because bitch, you know better. And the fact that y'all are getting affected in the psychic areas of your chart, fourth house, eighth house, and 12th house, it's like, come on now. You know better, you know to do better, and literally the universe is telling you to do better, and it's like a slippery slope because you're ignoring it. Yeah, what's coming up with this tower energy? What do we have with this? Thank you. So we got the Ace of Wands and we got the Chariot. Oh, are we afraid to move on? Is that what it is? Are we afraid to move on? Are we afraid to move on? Because we got the Ace of Wands and the Chariot, which is beautiful new energy. This is like the brand new beginning that you worked for, that you've been waiting for, that spirit has been calling to you, right? This could be a new project. This could be a new relationship. This could be feeling like an urge to merge together with someone, a partnership that comes out of nowhere. Like, this could be a new opportunity. Definitely, this is new beginnings, successful beginnings that grow. And then the Chariot is all about movements, right? So the problem that's happening right now is that there's a new beginning that's trying to come in, or that's about to come in, that is trying to get off the ground, that's going to be very, very good for you, right? But I don't know if y'all view it that way. I don't know, because we have this mental conflict, right? What's this mental conflict, right? We got the Three of Wands. Because again, am I keeping that? With the Ace of Wands and the Chariot, you would think that all is good in Hollywood, but it's the way that So it's like, okay, something crumbles away, like something completely falls away to make room for something new, and it comes in very quick, like very, very quick, right? It's almost like your house gets flooded out, and then boom, you find out because of your renter's insurance you qualify for like a mansion down the street. It's like something way better comes in immediately, but it's almost like you're scared to give it up. And I feel like it's because of attachment, right? I feel like attachment. I feel like this is deeper psychological shit going on. I feel like there's a new beginning coming in. I feel like you know that it's time for a new beginning. I feel like you know that something new is coming in, or you need to go towards something new. But I feel like psychologically your trauma is getting the best of you because you're scared to deal with your fucking trauma. And instead of telling yourself, okay, let me put my big girl panties on, it's just like, no, it's gonna leave me. No, it's gonna go away from me. Okay, it's gonna come in, but how long is it gonna last? How long is it gonna be here? Like, yeah, it's gonna come in, but I like this house better. I like that house better. You know, oh, this new person's gonna come in, but how soon are they gonna leave? You know, how soon is this job gonna fire me? Like, let it go. Let it go. Am I keeping that? Yeah. Uh-huh. Because for mental conflict, we have the Three of Wands and then we have the Eight of Swords. It's like, tell me what I cannot see. Like, I know that there's shit out there that I cannot see that is going to go down. And yeah, I foresee that I'm going to be happy right now. All things is good in the hood right now. But like, I know that in the back of my head that something's going to go wrong. I just know I'm not going to be okay. I just know it's a trap. It's a trap. And so this whole concept of a slippery slope, this is where you're going down in your mind. You're going down the Super Mario slippery slope in your mind. Because in reality, spirit is giving you up for something beautiful, but in your mind, you're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't trust the universe. Let's go to discontent and boredom. I feel like things were probably already removed out of your life, and maybe spirit even got you to a point to where you were exiled. Like, okay, well, since you don't want to, like, I don't know, get out of this relationship, let's make it as boring as possible. Let's make sure you don't go on dates no more with this person. Let's make sure that you don't even feel a thing for this person. Let's make sure that you're not even happy. Da 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 da. And it's just like all the writings are on the wall, but instead of paying attention to the writings, you more so afraid of what could come should you go get a new opportunity and then get fucked over. It's almost like I'd rather stay comfortable in my chaos right now, because if I leave and I find something better, who's to say that won't burn down even faster and even stronger and even more than this did? Whew. Okay. And then we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And we have the Six of Pentacles upright. So this literally speaks to, right? This is like recovery from like a financial loss or like spiritual poverty or improvement, right? It's like there's improvement that could happen. And I feel like this is about you. I do feel like this is dealing with something else, right? This is dealing with another person. And I feel like this is you getting over the hope or the hurt of another person, right? So this could be asking for help from somebody else or getting into a relationship where now you have to depend on this person in terms of like, okay, like I've been cheated on, but now like this new person, like, can I let my guard down? Can I like, it's almost like I feel like there's excuses that are being made to not do better. Yeah, give me a protection message, Spirit, because I feel like the message is so straightforward. Give me I'm not taking those. I'm not taking two. We got shit to do. Give me a protection message, Spirit. Give me a protection message. Am I keeping this? Because I feel like I am. I just got time to go. They said no, don't keep it, but child. And hidden in the deck was Three of Cups, which is crazy because I feel like it was hidden, almost like it's hidden in your mind that like you could have that Three of Cups moment, you could have that celebration. No, I don't feel like I'm keeping that. What do we have for? Okay, and y'all keep trying to give me two cards. Am I taking two? Girl, Spirit, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Of course, because at the bottom of the deck, overall energy, we got new life, and the energies that came out was fork in the road and co-create. What the fuck did I say? I feel like y'all are scared of some sort of partnership. Y'all, like, I feel like partnerships are really fucking y'all up. Water signs, because y'all have the most unhealed trauma that you need to deal with. I feel like that. I feel like y'all are the most psychologically fucked up this week. And it's like there are new relationships here to help restore you. And yeah, you got trauma to deal with, baby. You got some trauma to deal with. Okay. So Miss Fork in the Road, for Miss Fork in the Road, let's see what your protection message is. Okay. So this is indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you cannot remain in place and without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you I feel like that's exactly what it is. I feel like there's a choice being presented to you, or there's a new opportunity being presented to you, and you making it harder than what it is by not just accepting it or going along with it. And by not doing that, you're making a choice. It's almost like telling the universe, thank you, but no thank you. And you don't have the time in the world, baby. You don't. Don't give your power away, not even to this. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances, but you can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. That's the problem. Have you? And the second protection message that we have is co-create. You are trying too hard to create all that you desire without the nurturing vital force of spirit. Perhaps you are in a creative slump, suffering with writer's block, facing a monumental task but unable to decide on your first step, so you just avoid doing anything. Does the word overwhelmed apply to you right now? Why do you think it all has to come down to you? Inspiration means the drawing in of divine guidance. You must tap into spirit, not simply play yourself. Ask spirit for inspiration. Two minds are greater than one. So co-create with your divine partner. Reclaim your partnership with spirit. Inspiration will flow through you as soon as you get out of your own way. Yeah, because I'm telling you, this is very much speaking to divine partnerships. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's very much given. I feel like you're the one. I feel like this is a situation for me. Like I feel like whatever you manifested is here, and now you are scared. Now you want to back out. I do. I do. I feel like whatever you manifested is here and in front of your face, and now it's just like, but are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? But what if? And that, and it's like, check your trauma, check your ego. Why are these codependency and abandonment issues coming up right now? Why? 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 Let's figure that out. Let me give you a message from the goddesses. Let's see what they got to say. So we have take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Again, get back to your psychic energy. And then we have medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. I'm telling y'all, I know my shit. Okay. So water signs, get on your shit before shit gets on you. Definitely make sure that you go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to book you a personal reading. Okay. While they are 50% off. I love each and every one of y'all. I will see you in the next one. Now we about to get into air signs. Make me sweat. Make me harder. Make me lose my breath. Make me water. Okay. Ooh, these are some long ass readings. All right. So, what general message do we have from my air sign spirit? What do we have? Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so air signs. The energy that we have for you for this week is flexible. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. This is breathe. Okay. Patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, trust. Patience is in all things called for right now. What do you need to know when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course, meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. Okay. 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 So Libra, Aquarius, and who else? Who the other one? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay. So Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. This week, the energies are going to be happening for Libras, this is going to be happening in your first house of self. For Geminis, this is going to be happening in this is going to be happening in your fifth house. And for who else? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. For Aquarius, this is happening in your ninth house. So yes, definitely a lot of mental that's going to be activated. And a lot of changes. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive deeper. What are the themes? What's coming? Am I keeping that? Okay, 10 of Cups. Come on. So we got patience and planning. So, okay, so let me think. Okay, so there could be some plans that are coming up. I know for my Aquariuses, your solar eclipse in Libra is going to be happening in your ninth house. So it could be some travel plans that are happening. We also have Choose Wisely that came out. Let's see what else do we have. Thank you. And we also have Solitude. Wow. I was not expecting these. I wasn't expecting these energies. I wasn't. These some boring ass energies. I'm not gonna hold you. These some boring ass energies, but I mean, which door is gonna lead to peace? Which door is gonna lead to a life of peace? Is what I'm getting. It's like choose wisely. It's like, am I going to continue to go down a path of resistance or a path of, what I know that has hurt me and what's toxic for me? Or am I going to choose better now that I know better? That's what I'm getting. So let's dive deeper. What energies do we have for patience and planning? Am I keeping that? Interesting. That Spirit told me I'm not keeping it because the Four of Swords came out, which is all about peace and harmony and whatnot. What do we have for patience and planning? For my air signs? Oh, am I keeping that? But I'm keeping that. Misfits. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands, which means like being put on a defense, right? We got the Seven of Wands and then we got the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like being put on a defense for like what it is that you've invested. Am I keeping that? So we got the Seven of Wands, we got the Seven of Pentacles, and then we got the 10 of Swords. I don't know why this is giving me, I don't know what I want, or I don't know what I want to invest in. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to invest in, or but also more okay. Libra signs, what this is pointing to for me, honestly, I feel like you need to just kind of breathe because I feel like this eclipse is really telling you to let go and let God. Like that's the energy that I'm getting from this Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and this 10 of Swords. To me, this is screaming like, let go, let God, because there's a bigger plan. Like rather than sit and try to hold on in the midst of the storm and it being chaotic, and it's just like, let it go, let it be destroyed. Like It's given tower. It's given like let it burn down to the ground. And I feel like some of you may have had this like perfect idea of how your life was supposed to be or how it was supposed to be set up, and it's just like that's changing, especially for my Aquariuses out there, my Aquarius sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, right? This is having it in your ninth house, right? Which is all about higher learning, education, but it's also in the house of philosophies. It's like your idea of what your life is supposed to be, or what a certain part of your life, whether it's love or career or home or job or whatever, like it's changing. Allow it to change. Allow it to change, because whatever idea, whatever vision you've had before is not suited for you. And I feel like now it's time for that to change. So for Libras out there, especially Libra risings, this could be a change in your identity. It's like how you want it to be seen or how people are viewing you. It's about to be different. It's about to be different. It's about to be different. And I feel like that's okay. But I feel like allow that change to come in. Now, as far as this choice that needs to be made, because there's a choice. What's going on with this choice that needs to be made? Yeah, we got Queen of Cups. And instantly I'm hearing alignment. Instantly I'm hearing alignment. Like, what aligns to you? I'm not gonna keep these. I'm not gonna keep those. But am I keeping that Queen of Cups? Okay, so let's redraw. Let's redraw. Okay, so what do we have for this choice that needs to be made? What we got for this choice? What we got for this choice? We got the Chariot. Choosing how you want to move forward. How you want to move forward. Oh my God. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God. So we have the Chariot. We got the Chariot. We got the Four of Wands. We got the Ace of Cups. And then the bottom deck, we have the High Priestess, but the High Priestess was covering the Nine of Cups, which is about fulfillment. And I feel like Spirit wanted me to see this because it's spiritual fulfillment. So this is like intimacy. This is family. This is like, I feel like this is finding that home within you, right? Instead of finding home outside of you, this is finding home within you, right? And so this is changing. It's what am I getting? What am I getting? It's like finding that internal peace instead of that external peace. It's like I need to find home within me, but I'm changing my vision on the world and realizing what I need starts within. Also, too, for some of you, this could be literally about like maybe where you choose to live, or maybe who it is that you choose to build with in terms of an actual family, like in terms of an actual marriage. Because this Four of Wands and this Ace of Cups is definitely pointing towards a marriage. It's pointing towards a divine union. It's pointing towards a who do I want to get like start a relationship with? Like who do I want a harmonious connection with? Like whatever this is between this Four of Wands and this Ace of Cups, this could be a new baby that happens. This could be it's a new perspective. Air signs are getting a new perspective because something in your reality is changing that makes your whole outlook on life completely different. It's like you go from saying "woe is me" and da 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 da, and then you become pregnant, and then it's just like you automatically shift your mind from okay, single woman to now I'm a parent and I gotta be there for my baby. I gotta be strong for my baby. Or you go from being single and by yourself and depressed, and then you get in a relationship, and it's like okay, like I have to realize like I got somebody else there that cares for me. Da, 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 da. Like something is changing. Something is changing in your physical reality that shifts your mental. And I feel like it's absolutely amazing. And I feel like, once you make this choice, I feel like the choice is already made. I feel like the choice is choosing you. What's this solitude? What's this solitude? Yeah, the solitude. We got the star card. Solitude, we got the star energy. I feel like the choice is already made. I feel like the choice is already made. Solitude, we got the star card. We got the Page of Wands. Am I keeping High Priestess? Okay. Is that reverse? Okay. So we have the star, we have the Page of Wands, and then we have the High Priestess in reverse. So this could be a hidden agenda that comes up. This could be a little disconnected from intuition. There could be, for a select few, there could be multiple opportunities that's arising, and I feel like Spirit could be asking you to literally make a choice of like, you'll know when it's too good to be true based off of how much it aligns to you, right? Because it's something that you wanted, it's something that you needed, and it's like, this is not a situation where you'll have to conform or you'll have to, like, there's no hidden agendas here. There's no ulterior motive, no ulterior gameplay at play. And you'll know. You'll know. You'll know. You'll know. Let me get a protection message. Protection message is stinker. I almost want to say, don't overthink this. I feel like Spirit is about to tell you that you need to think about it a little bit more, but I almost want to say, don't overthink. You might be suffering from analysis. There we go. You might be suffering from analysis paralysis, thinking it has its place. But trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest and do something creative. Exercise and meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring new clarity. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. I feel like that's exactly what it is. Don't overthink it. And it's nothing more, nothing less. I'm going to give you a quick message from the goddesses. Quick message for air signs. Thank you. We have don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Okay. And then overall energy, we have inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So I don't know, air signs. I don't know. Definitely make sure that you go to the website, thealigningsouls.com, to book you a personal reading. Like I said, 50% off until Sunday. So you definitely want to make sure that you take advantage of that. Last but not least, we have Earth signs. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh my God. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is happening. Let's see. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So Virgo, this is happening in your fourth house of home. Capricorn, this is going to be happening in your 10th house of career. And Taurus, this is happening in the hold on. Let me go back to the list. Okay, so for Taurus, this is happening in Taurus. This is happening in okay, Taurus, this is happening in the 8th house. This is off. Child, I think I was off with the zodiacs. Child, we'll get into that later. Okay. So what do we have? What do we have, sir? What's the general message for Earth signs? I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. What's the general message for Earth signs? Because all that glitter is wanting to come out, and we just got that for water signs. Am I taking this for Earth signs? No. Okay. Okay. What do we have for my Earth signs? Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. What do we have for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Am I keeping this? I'm not taking two. I can't take two energy spirit. Am I keeping this? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Okay. Okay. So we got serendipity. Opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune apparent as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. You step into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and a collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for spirit loves you so very much. Okay, yeah, we need to figure out what this is happening. Okay, so for Taurus, this is happening. Okay, so for Taurus, this is happening in the sixth house. Taurus, this is happening in the sixth house, okay, in terms of work and every day. Virgo, this is happening in the fourth house of home. Wait, okay, because everything I'm coming across, all of these articles I'm coming across are, I don't know why I don't just have this written up already. That would be the most helpful. Okay, I'll put it this way. So, girl, I don't know why this shit is so fucking hard to find. Okay, so yeah, I was right. So for Taurus, it's happening in the sixth house. For Virgos, it's happening in the second house. And for Capricorn, it's happening in the 10th house. Okay. So yeah, I was right. So for Taurus, it's happening in the sixth house of everyday work. For Virgos, it's happening in the fourth house of home. And no. Wait, was I right? No, in the second house of income. And for Capricorns, it's happening in the 10th house of career. Okay. All right. So for my Tauruses, this could be. Okay, so for Taurus, this could be a new lease on life, like in terms of like a psychological well-being, day to day with that. Okay, this could be, past karma, like or a past contract being fulfilled. For Virgos, this could be like an inheritance that comes in, or like an abundance that comes in out of nowhere. Well, inheritance that comes out of nowhere. That could be linked to like in-laws, or like, like maybe money that you were owed from a check that you had no idea about. This could be like a financial gain, financial win. And for Capricorns, this could be a new job that happens, a new job that comes in, something new dealing with career. Maybe this is a new chapter with career. Maybe you decide to become, something new in your career, maybe switch careers, maybe make a pivot, right? Or maybe you decide to let go of an old job title. Or this could be a time where you have kids. Maybe you find out that you're about to become a parent, or you go from being single to divorce, or divorced to single. Okay. Let's dive deeper. Okay, so for my earth signs, what do we have? What are the themes? What are we? Oh, am I taking these? Am I taking both of these? Okay. Oh, wow. So we have triumph and intuition that wanted to come out together. Then we have prosperity begins. I feel like somebody else definitely did get prosperity begins. I feel like it was a fire sign. And I want to pull one more for my earth signs. What do we have for Taurus? I don't know why I keep wanting to say Taurus, Scorpio. What do we have for Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo? Let me get one more. Thank you. And then we got third eye chakra. And then we got harmony as the overall energy. What does this mean? So we got triumph and intuition, we got prosperity begins, and then we have third eye chakra. This could be working through mental blocks. Working through mental blocks and seeing the vision all the way through. What do we have for triumph and intuition? What messages am I keeping that? Upright? Yeah. Yeah, so the energy that we have, we got 10 of cups. So this is everything that you've planned for, that's working out, life, love, everything's good. This is divine love, divine harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, and a happiness, fulfillment, dreams coming true. Coming true. And I feel like it's a matter of believing that. Yeah, we get the 6 of Wands in reverse, and then your thoughts are manifesting as quickly as you think them. That is the message that I just got. Your thoughts are manifesting as quickly as you get them. Your thoughts are manifesting as quickly as you receive them. Some of y'all could be seeing 111 a lot, possibly 1111 a lot. It feels like a lot of mental energies is going on this week. Like, I know with water signs was almost like scared to speak up or scared to like take action on something, and earth signs kind of have like a similar energy, but this is more so coming from like a mental place of like, I'm scared to believe. Like, this is like a spiritual thing for earth signs. It's like, I'm scared to believe that everything's going to be okay. I'm scared to believe that like this is actually worth it, or this is actually for me, or that I'm actually going to be owed this. And it's like, you need to be careful with that, because you are manifesting this new reality. Yeah, I feel like this is what you're calling is into your new reality, is whatever it is that you are manifesting. And I feel like deep down inside, it's kind of like working through those mental blocks, and being able to trust your intuition, and knowing that, okay, things are on the up and up, and it's not just it's almost like feeling forgotten. It's almost like that, like feeling forgotten, or forgetting to. I don't know why I'm just feeling like that. It's like feeling forgotten. And I kind of spoke about that in the beginning, in the general, when I was like, when you look at Instagram or you see all of these opportunities and whatnot coming up for everybody else, and it's just like you feel like you're getting passed up on. It feels very much like that. Like, I also too feel like whatever it is that is coming in, whether it is like an actual partnership or relationship, because it feels like a relationship. It does. It feels like a loving situation. It feels like the perfect home or the perfect like environment. And when I say that, I mean like inner, because it doesn't feel like necessarily something physical. It could be something physical, but I mean more so like inner. It feels like the right situation, the right energy that allows you to heal. Because the Six of Wands speaks to a lack of true satisfaction, which can bring about inner unfulfillment, right? And the Ten of Cups is all about fulfillment, whereas the Six of Wands reverse is all about not being fulfilled or not being seen or not being recognized. It's a disillusionist, right? Disillusionment rather. And so when you have these two together, it's almost like there could be a lack of recognition or a feeling of defeat after a victory, feeling like maybe your efforts were in vain, or maybe there's a need to reevaluate the goals or the strategy or how to move forward. It's almost like a win isn't a win. Like that TikTok trend where it's like a win is a win. It's like a win isn't a win. And like there's moments needed to like still heal and like pull it together. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this is internal though. I don't feel like it's external. I feel like it's internal. I feel like spirit is more so saying like, regardless of what comes in, is meant to heal, but it is gonna force like inner shadow work to be done, right? And that speaks to the overall energy that I had, which was harmony. Okay, because it speaks to alignment. I feel like this is the second half of alignment being done. You may have already done the healing, you may have already done the shadow work, you may have already, dealt with the trauma, but it's like whatever is coming in is also going to start a new journey, which is going to be a healing journey, and maybe point towards parts that you didn't recognize were there, or maybe parts that are a little bit uncomfortable, right? It's kind of like, yeah, things get a little bit chaotic before the breakthrough, before the new thing comes in, or maybe the new thing comes in and then it's a little uncomfortable because there's that adjustment period, there's those growing pains, right? Like you don't just necessarily start a job and automatically know what you're doing. You don't automatically just like, I don't know, like move to Texas and just automatically know where everything is at and where the McDonald's is located. Like it takes time, right? There's the growing pains and there's that uncomfortable part of it. Like, okay, I gotta pivot, I gotta adjust. And so it's kind of a little bit of that. It's like, okay, the right thing to heal or to perfect or to make things better, like the right opportunity comes about and it comes around, but it's meant to heal and it's meant to get you to see what you weren't seeing, or is here to heal and shed love and light on the parts of you that weren't who yeah, that weren't healed before or that went unnoticed. It's almost like a Tyler Perry movie where you have like the Prince Charming that comes in and the damsel in distress, and it's like she's done everything to heal and done everything to get through her trauma, and then the one guy comes in and sees all the flaws and all and is there to like heal, like literally heal, help heal parts of you that you didn't even realize that needed healing. Wow. Okay. So let's get into prosperity begins. What is this prosperity that is beginning? What is this prosperity that's beginning? What is this that's coming in? Am I keeping this? What is this that's beginning? What's coming in? Am I keeping it? What is this that's beginning? I keeping? No, I'm not keeping that. What is this that's beginning? Keeping this. Oh my god, it's like okay, we got Wheel of Fortune. So we got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's a new dawn, it's a new day, a new light. This is what I'm hearing. A new dawn, a new day, a new light. So something's definitely changing. And I feel like it's not even just something. I feel like everything is changing. I feel like it's a complete 180, a complete overhaul, a complete just brand new shift of everything. Keep going. Yeah, we got the World card, which points to literally major karmic endings. And then we have the Two of Swords. Now that scares me a little bit. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Three of Cups, which points to overall celebration and joyous and harmonies and all of that coming together. But this World card and the Two of Swords, this could point to some sort of difficult decision, right? And I feel like that ultimately may be what it is, where it's like there's this opportunity that comes up and it's like you have to make this difficult decision. But I don't even think it's more so difficult. I feel like it's more of it's new. It's just new and it's uncomfortable and it shakes up a part of you. Like, let's say there's a new relationship and you've been waiting for this person to come back. Like, they've been a runner. It's a divine union. You've been waiting for them to come back, and you're thinking okay, well, we met in, I don't know, we met in Delaware, and we're just gonna stay together and live together in Delaware and raise our babies in Delaware whenever they do come back. And then they do come back, and then everything is good as far as the love portion and things like that. And then you realize that they haven't been living in Delaware in the last 10 years or whatever, the last time since you spoke, and that they're actually stationed in China. And for you, you're like, oh, I want you, but they're like, well, I'm in China and you're going to have to come to China. And you're like, well, I never quite thought, I'd be in China. And, now that's a whole new, it's basically it's given fear unlocked. That is the energy that I'm picking up, Earth signs. It's new fear unlocked. Once you've gotten over X, Y, Z and all of these hurdles in this new beginning and what it is that you've wanted comes in this new chapter or whatever, there is a new fear unlocked because something about it is difficult or unforeseen or just oh, well, I didn't even think about that. I was so busy praying for you and praying for our love and praying for us to be together that I never thought about going to China and leaving my family behind. You know what I mean? There's a new fear that is unlocked. But I feel like it's attached to this dream or this opportunity or whatever this is. And I feel like it leads to abundance and it leads to happiness. I just feel like it just takes you out of your comfort zone. But it is aligned to your true happiness and your truest path. And the third eye chakra, this energy that we have, I feel like this is an energy of you knowing that you're going to be okay because this points to intuition. There could be signs that you're getting from the universe. Am I keeping that? Yeah. We got 8 of Wands. There's messages. Definitely messages coming in. So Spirit is trying to communicate to you. Am I keeping that? We got the 8 of... Ooh, so we got the 8 of Wands and we got the Knight of Wands. Baby, if we get the 10 of Wands on the screen. Am I keeping that? Okay, so we got the 8 of Wands and we got the Knight of Wands. So it might be... I'm not keeping all that. We got the 8 of Wands and we got the Knight of Wands. There could be messages of conflict or messages that you're gonna get through this. Because the 9 of Wands is kind of like the last leg of the race. It's about that endurance, right? And resilience. And then we got the Four of Swords, which is all about healing. And it's just you're moving to a better place, but it's that last stretch of the race, and you know this, but it's just getting over that hump. It's growing pains. It's literally growing pains. No other way to explain it. It's literally growing pains, and you know it. Okay, so what do we have as a protection message, Spirit? What do we have as a protection message? Am I keeping that? Keeping that? Okay, Wheel of Fortune confirmed. Okay, so for the energy, we have Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being a giver. You can't always lead, can't always give, can't always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, the gesture, and offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. And for your last energy, what do we have for earth signs? Uh-oh. We have inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Telling you, that comes back to intuition, which has come out 3 different times. And I feel like ultimately what Spirit is saying to you is like, listen, you know what to do. You're being divinely guided. Stop being a little bitch. You know what's coming. You know what's about to go down. Stop being a little bitch and just accept your fate and accept your future. Okay? Don't worry about what's not happening or what didn't happen or what's going to happen. And that's not your job. It's not your job. Just accept this gift, right? It's almost like Christmas being here and you receive a gift. And instead of focusing on a gift that's in front of you, you're like, oh, but how did you pay for this? How could you ever afford this? Oh my God. Like now I'm going to have to feel bad and I'm going to go work all of these hours to make sure I pay you back. So you see that I'm filled with gratitude. And it's just like, just accept the gift. You worrying about shit that doesn't concern you. Just accept the gift. And really, that is the message. Earth signs, just accept the gift. Don't worry about the logistics. Don't get caught up in the logistics. How, the if, ands, or but. Don't get caught up in all of that. Just accept the gifts. And the universe is going to directly and divinely guide you this week. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. This was long as fuck. But I hope y'all enjoy this, okay? Definitely make sure that you write the timestamps down in the comments for me. And yeah, go to my website, thealigningsouls.com to book you a personal reading. 50% off until Sunday. So definitely make sure you're taking advantage of that. And yeah, it's going to be a crazy, crazy eclipse. So luck. I'll see you in the next one.